Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I guess for everything, even though I do need to see the third movie for the second and third time, let's talk about the first trilogy of the MCU Spider-Man, Tom Holland's Spider-Man. So, like I said in the very first video a few years ago, Spider-Man Homecoming to me was not really that watchable. Yes, I know. Whoa, what? And the main reason why it's not that watchable is because of two factors. Factor one, even though it doesn't really matter, but it still kind of matters, is Sony fricked up. Sony shocking up. They shocked up. 8 years later. No. Just put many years later. If you put many years later, you get the gist of it. People can calculate which way of it's going. But putting 8 years later by you doing calculations, horrible idea. Very horrible. The second part is Ned. That's the real second part that was horrible, was Ned. That was a real horrible part. It's like, I know, but Ned made it very, very messed up. And that's why I didn't really like Ned's character in the first movie. Is because it's like, oh, Peter knows Spider-Man. Oh, Peter. Oh, it's just like, my goodness. Ned just did so many things that's like, I don't think I'll be able to watch this movie again. I haven't watched it for a long while. I don't know if I'm going to be able to watch it, period. Then we get to Spider-Man Far From Home. I'm cool with Aunt May being a jerk. She just being a jerk, gave him the Spider-Man suit, and the Spider-Man suit got destroyed. So his first Spider-Man suit, gave by Tony Stark, got destroyed because she meddled. Messed up. Let's see. I think the movie was pretty good, though. The movie was pretty good. It is watchable. The only messed up thing was, you know how you like and enjoy onions, but there's a sensation that there's certain onions that just are just too much in your nose, your sinuses actually pick up on it, and it's like, oh, good Lord. Yeah, when Mysterio did all of his illusions against Peter, that's the reason why I won't watch that movie again. It's because of those illusions. It's like, I don't care about that boy that turned into a teenager and, oh, he got a picture and, oh, Peter almost killed him. No. The real reason why I won't watch it again, or at least I won't watch it willingly, is because of Mysterio's illusion that was just way too far for me. Way too far for me. It's kind of like when I first watched Web of Shadows, and I was like, oh, I won't do that at all. No. Yeah, and then, like, 3 years later, I actually did it. Oh, good Lord. It's like, yeah, 3 years ago, I did that later. Amazing Spider-Man 2, it took me like a few months to truly finish it with Carnage. Oh, good Lord. And yeah, that's about all that I need to say about that. Is there's just some things that are just too intense for me. And that one was one of them. Then we get to Spider-Man No Way Home, which is kind of funny how it works out. The reason why they called it No Way Home is because home is where the heart is. But the thing is that they wipe clean where his heart is. His friends don't remember him. His girlfriend doesn't remember him. His Aunt May is gone. It's just messed up to the point of he has nowhere that he can actually call home with his heart. And that's why he has no way home. Because if home is where your heart is, he doesn't have a place where his heart belongs. Even his technically godmother, Pepper Potts, doesn't remember him at all either. And it's kind of funny where some would say, why didn't she interfere in this? Why didn't she help him? That's a good question, but just like when it comes to Civil War, how in the world couldn't she not talk Tony down from this? And it's just a part of where the story has to happen. And people will get pissed off anyways if Pepper Potts got involved. But I'm pretty sure, considering Tony Stark did make the damage control, you would figure that Pepper Potts is able to take the rings and say, hey, back off. I need to talk to him first. Back off. But instead, no, they just let the dogs go after him. And they're too stupid to understand that he has the glasses, right? Can't you actually look at the freaking archives of the glasses of who was registered on them? I already said this before, but it's like, yeah, if you go to the register, it'll say Tony Stark was the first one to do it. Then after that, it was Peter Parker. Then after that, it was what? It was Mysterio. Then it went back to Peter Parker. So you have to ask that question of why did Mysterio have the power to do the glasses? You have to ask yourself, and this gets to the point where everything crumbles and it's like, oh, so he framed you. Yes. And you guys are looking like a bunch of idiots right now. So I have to watch No Way Home a little bit more, but there's just a few things that I didn't really like in it. I mean, Aunt May part is okay. She asked for it. That's what happens. I'm sorry to say that. I'm glad they didn't actually use his glider and impaled her. Oh, good Lord, no. No, instead it was just a vehicular manslaughter. I think that's what it is. I think that's what it's cataloged as. So yeah, vehicular manslaughter. And I guess one thing that could have been tuned when it comes to Peter talking to Ned, even though it's like, oh yeah, Ned deserves to get a little bit like, oh boy. But personally, I'm like, you could have tuned it perfectly well. Because notice what he said when he came to his friend. It's like, yeah, my friend died after we had a fight. It's like, no, that's not how it goes. No. Your friend turned against you after he found out that you kind of was involved killing his dad. But then he actually became a bigger man, came to save you, and sacrificed his life for yours. That's all you needed to do. That's all you needed to do. That's all you needed to do. And they just decided to just go with that one line that was in the movie. And I'm like, no. That's not how it went down. What the hell? Not about the part of where the whole entire trailer is kept on saying these people are dead. These people are going back to death sentences. And it's like, that's not true. I mean, they'll die someday. And I guess maybe that's the broad thing of where it's like they're going to live their lives and die. But there's only at least 2 of them. I won't say 3, 2 of them that actually died. As for Electro, I think we can actually look and see, and this also is kind of funny listening to what's going on here, is that when did Electro learn that Peter Parker is Spider-Man? Oh, that's very simple. If you go to MTV Spider-Man a new animated series, note that Electro got the same exact thing that happened to him that happened in the movie. And then notice the fact of, he got in there, he didn't actually die. He actually was stuck in the system. And I think that's what happened. And even though he's stuck in the system, he can still hear. So when they actually talked, because that means that every single thing that happened that was by the electric plant, he heard. Peter, Parker from Green Goblin. So basically, he got that name by that. That's basically what happened. And I'm pretty sure we could just say Electro could have came back if he wanted to. Yeah, because Spider-Man, a new animated series. Take a page from them. And then there you go. Electro can come back. He'll look completely different, but he can come back. Just like what happened in Spider-Man. Pretty sure he was going to come back. So that means technically Electro could have laid low all this time and still be around. Because note, they actually took him from the other time. So if he took him from the other time, then technically he should have died. He should have been stuck forever. But considering, I guess the power was different there too, he was able to free himself in a new universe. And thus, that's how he became. Sandman, he's not going to die. We don't know. we don't know what happens in the other ones, but considering we know it kind of happens in Spider-Man 4 and 5, Sandman would never actually show up ever again. Not unless they actually did their sequels that they were talking about with Sandman. So 3 sequels, and they kill him off in the 3rd one. But we don't have concrete proof of what would have happened in those movies. Or heck, if the sequels exist. But considering Aunt May movie could have existed, pretty sure the Sandman movies could have existed. But that's about all. I mean, Spider-Man No Way Home, I need to watch it again. But it was kind of okay. It's like, it was okay. Would I be able to watch it again? Oh, yeah, I definitely will be able to watch it again. And just watch it again and again and again. It's like, this one's the one where it's like, yeah, I'm able to watch it again. But it's like, as soon as I actually get everything all ducks in a row and actually understand the movie, then I can really truly tell you if I'm going to watch it like multiple times, or just the 3 times is enough. It's just going to go on the shelf, just like with Amazing Spider-Man and Amazing Spider-Man 2. Amazing Spider-Man 2 is okay. As for Spider-Man 3, oh yeah, I watched that only 4 times. Ever. So, everyone else I watched multiple times. Definitely multiple times. I think Amazing Spider-Man I only watched like 3 times as well. So, as for Spider-Man Homecoming, I think I watched like at least 3. Spider-Man Far From Home, I think 3.5. Maybe 4.5. But we'll just have to see. It's not a bad movie, but I will have to say one touch-up would have been good, and the whole Aunt May dying was kind of messed the freak up, though. It was kind of messed the freak up. It is kind of funny hearing Dr. Octavius saying, "The power of the sun in the palm of my hand." That was awesome. Yeah, no idea why Sandman was stupid. It's like, no idea why Sandman was stupid. Green Goblin, he's Green Goblin. What you're gonna do with him? The lizard, what you're gonna do with him? I don't even know. It's like, shouldn't he have actually fled by now and just tried to find some scientist area, some laboratory that he can go to and make people into lizards again? It's like, yeah, but he has to go from scratch. So yeah, good luck with that. It makes sense. Electro wants to stay here because it has so much power, so many possibilities. He looks different. He looks cool. It makes sense. Well, I'm moving out. I'll tell you guys in the next video, talking about what are the implications of them changing them and curing them.